Hey, what's happening, everybody? This is Robert D. Muhammad right here at Plugged In, and you are plugged in with me. I'm the host today. Today I don't have any guests coming through today, so this is just me dropping you some science and jewels of the business that I have created over the last 6 years. A lot of this information is not my own. It's basically information that I have paid out a lot of money to a lot of people to get this information to you guys. So you don't have to spend as much money as I do. Now, for those of you who are watching the visual part of this, you notice that I have picked up a new piece of equipment that has cost me a lot of money to buy, and that's this thing right here, what we call the microphone. So hopefully, this was going to fix all of the audio problems that we had. I'm still figuring out some things, especially on the guest end, of how to make the guest audio a little bit more enjoyable, so you guys don't have to sit and listen to that echo. And that's what you do when you have a business. A lot of times, people want you. Now, the good thing is to do all of your research and all of that, and to make sure you cross all your T's and dot all your I's. I'm the type of entrepreneur where if I see that there's money to be made, or if I see that there is an impact to be made, I jump in both feet and I learn by trial and error. I learn as I go. So I knew that this equipment was going to be a vital piece, as well as the mixing board and all of those things. So I went ahead and started the podcast to get the content out there, to get the people to start turning and listening to it. And then the next very next thing I did when I picked up my first couple of sponsors, people paying ads to get onto the show, um, I definitely put it out there and reinvest that money back into the podcast. So I picked up the mixing board, and then as I gained more sponsors, now I picked up the mic. Now the goal is, and in any business, is to use other people's money to excel your money, or save your money on the front end so you can maximize your profits on the back end. That's just business. Now, in the world of retail, under the old paradigm, people would find wholesalers. Now, let's not just wholesalers, but let's use Walmart, which is a remarkable story within itself. All of those products that are on the shelves at Walmart got the wholesalers to give them the products for free. And then they turned around and told them, by us having such a large audience or a large base, we have stores all over the country, and we have people that's always going to shop at Walmart. So we're not going to pay you any of this money up front. We're going to pay you after the customer pays us. Now that in itself is a hell of a way to do business. Now, can you imagine? Can you imagine that conversation? Well, Chris, we want you to give us um, all of this toothpaste. Chris said, okay, we didn't heard about your reputation. We know you popping and twerking out there and doing your thing in the Wally world. But then Walmart comes right back around and say, but we're not going to buy this stuff first. We're not going to pay you until after the customer pays us, and then we'll send you your money. Now, that, ladies and gentlemen, is power. That, ladies and gentlemen, is shrewd business. But more importantly than that, and as it ties into social media marketing, Walmart has the content. They have the product to attract the people, to attract the customers. And you know, in some Walmarts, they sell everything from toothpaste to furniture. Now they have everything that you could possibly need in a super Walmart center. But because they have the content, and because the wholesalers themselves know that everybody in certain communities are going to go to a Walmart. Now, that is the thing, because it makes no difference about your socioeconomic status. It makes no difference about your religious preference. It makes no difference about your political affiliation, what your race, your creed, or your class. Walmart does not care. Nothing about that. They have the product and they know that the customers are going to come in and buy it, and they are open 24 hours a day. So you can go into a Walmart anywhere in the country at any time of the day, and that product is going to get bought by somebody. So, and that was Walmart's position. And Walmart's position was to say, hey, eventually this product is going to get sold, and that's when we'll pay you. Now, transition that to the new paradigm of social media marketing. And especially when we get to the point now in my course, Digital Target Marketing, I explain all of this, and especially when we go off into explaining drop shipment. Drop shipping is, and I was just speaking to one of the customers or one of the clients that signed up for the course because she had sent me a question about um, whether or not to drop ship from China or not. And my answer to her was, it depends on how big of a margin you want to lose out on. And I promise I'm going to get you somewhere because we're going to talk about today how to run Facebook ads or how to run ad campaigns on Facebook and Instagram. So, but I'm leading you guys up to something. In that digital target marketing course, I do teach people how to drop ship. Now, if you don't know what drop shipping is, or if you're unfamiliar with drop shipping, as a social media marketer, this is a gold mine. Why is it a gold mine, Robert? Because you do not have to stock your house up with product. You don't. I actually don't touch any product, if at all. It's very limited to how much product I touch. And that's based on whether or not my supplier makes me order 2 or 6. If they have a limit on how many pieces I can order. Let's just say, for instance, right now in the bangle market, this bangle market is popping out here, family. And if you're not into bangles, you probably have not been a part of fashion world in a long time. But let me tell you something. I can order those bangles, which bangles are moving anywhere right now for $19.99 in some retail stores, up to $29.99. Now, I can drop ship. I can purchase those bangles for around $2.60. Now, with one particular supplier, they make me have to buy 2 at that price, which I'm still at $5.20 plus my shipping. Now, in that aspect, if a customer goes on to my Shopify page and then they see that they can get a bangle for $19.99 and they like that bangle and they order that bangle, they pay me, and then I turn around and then I order that bangle through my supplier. I type in the customer's address and the product gets shipped straight from the supplier to them. Now, in that particular instance, this is the only time that I would have to physically touch product, because I don't want my supplier to send them 2 bangles unless I advertise it like that. Buy one, get one free. Or I can say buy one and get the second one half off. So I just made $36. Let's just say, what's that math? $19.99. This is rounded up $20. Half of that is $10. So if I do buy one, get one half off, I just made $30, and all I spent was $5.20. Had it drop shipped to them. I didn't touch anything. That's the only time that, now, if I didn't do a buy one, get one half off, and I mean, I would have to order both of those bangles, have it sent here, and then I would have to turn around and ship to the customer overnight, which that will be costing me money, because now I'm paying another shipping charge, which I don't want to do that. So basically, I will put those on my Shopify page as buy one, get one half off, make the customer take that $30 deal as of spending $40. I'm saving them $10, but they don't know that I just spent $5.20 on to Bengals. Y'all see what I'm saying? This is the greatness of drop shipping. Now, if I did want to use, and what the student was saying, asking was, she wanted to do this with American companies. Now, here is my answer. I'm making, even if I did a buy one, get one half off, I'm making $25 profit margin by drop shipping from across the pond, outsourced overseas. Now, here in the US, I probably would have had to pay double, if not triple, that amount. Or I would have had to pay $10 per Bengal, and then that's only increasing my profits $10. But in that example, I would have had to buy two. Now I got the mind wrestle and tongue wrestle with the American-made company to see if they'll give me a great deal on that to where I can make more than $10. Well, here's my thoughts, family. If all I'm going to make is $10 on a piece, then I might as well go out there and flip hamburgers and make $10 an hour, because that's the equivalent of the money that you will be making. So I would rather maximize my margin by $25 by drop shipping from overseas. Now, I'm going to get on my soapbox, but we will definitely touch on that. Now, if you guys want to get in and take digital target marketing, which is the course where I teach you how you can make money online, how I will teach you how you can make money through social media. Now, this is 6 years plus into the making. So I am not completely done with all of the advancements and the upgrades through social media myself, because every 6 months, this game changes, family. This game changes every 6 months. Now that Facebook has bought Instagram, it's going to be very soon that Instagram is going to start monetizing on that platform. So it won't be too long from now. Now, some experts have predicted Instagram will be monetized by the end of the year. This new app that's just come out, maybe it's been out a year or so. I have absolutely no idea. I haven't started playing around with that yet. But TikTok, there are some social media influencers out there that are making bank. Bank, you hear me? Bank through TikTok. And that's the new kid on the block right now. So don't sleep on this money. And I've heard people that say, well, I'm not on social media like that. Well, guess what? You can keep punching the clock like that. For real. Because I can tell you one thing right now, and this is in the new book that's coming out. It's called Plugged Into the Resource. Plug into the source and not the resource. I'm sorry, that's the title of the new book. Plug into the source and not the resource. And that's what I teach into this third book that's coming out, which will be available on Amazon, also be available on the website, however you guys want to purchase that. But when you plug into the source, it's the same information that corporate America is plugged into themselves. See, because I can tell you right now, and in that book, I also explained that your boss will never pay you enough money to become his neighbor. Now, a lot of people talk about this stuff about millennials and all this kind of stuff, but millennials have figured it out how to become financially wealthy in the short amount of time and do the least amount of work. You guys will not even believe this, but social media marketers and social media influencers, social media has made more millionaires in the past 3 years. And I want y'all to hear me well. I want to say 2, but I'm going to stick with 3 because I'm confident at 3 to 5. But social media has made more millionaires and 1 billionaire, Kylie Jenner, 1 billionaire all through social media marketing platforms, because corporate America now, they finding out that they can pay us money. Now it's less money than they would pay their marketing teams and their marketing strategists and photographers to take all these high digital HD 4K pictures and all of that. And what they're using, they have plugged into social media marketers and social media influencers and saying, hey, we'll cut you a check for $7,000 because your platform is so big. They know we have a reach with the people, and they know that we have the right content. So let me give you an example. Coach wants to put out these new shades. So Coach or Chanel would contact Kylie Jenner, just for an example. And they'll say, hey, Kylie, we know you have 8 million followers out there, and these people are going to just follow the herd of what you say. We're going to send you these $3,000 shades. And this is what Kylie going to do. She's going to take out her camera phone. She's going to get the shades, take out her camera phone, take some pics, and be like, hey, guys, aren't these shades real cool that Chanel and or Coach just sent me? These are popping. You can find these at XYZ Boutique. Now, all of her 8 million fans are going to be like, hey, I want to be like Kylie Jenner. And they're going to start buying all of these shades. And now the company is making money. Now, Kylie has a platform that's so large. I've heard that she charges $250,000. $250K just to pull out her camera phone and pop some pictures. Plus, she gets to keep the shades. Oh, now is that not power? This is what a lot of people are leaving on the table. This is a lot of money, family. All right, now let's get off into how to properly structure and how to properly build a Facebook, Instagram ad. And I'm going to share my screen with you guys so you'll be able to see exactly how I set up a Facebook ad or Instagram ad. And you can create the ad just on Facebook and then simultaneously run the ad on Instagram as well. Now, being that Instagram was bought by Facebook, you have that capability of tying into two platforms off one ad. So you're only spending one amount of money. Now, there are a lot of social media marketers and influencers out there. They absolutely despise how to set up. They absolutely despise. They refuse to use um, campaign ads. And a lot of times that's because Facebook will send you a notification and they'll say, hey, you can reach 1,200 people for $5, blop, blop, blop a day. Or for just $12 or for just $20, you can run this ad to 1,500 people. Now, that's solely based on the content of your business page. And the algorithms that they use to track all of the keywords or key phrasing that's attached to your particular business, they take that and then they come up with these numbers, and then that's only to people within a so many mile radius. So within only 50 miles that somebody would travel to come, they think that somebody would travel to either like your page or come and support your store. If you have a physical business, this is all that Facebook is going to show them, just that 1,200 to 1,500 people. But I'm going to show you, and this is the gem and the jewel that I'm going to drop this week on the podcast. And so you guys will see how real marketers go in, and I want to say real marketers because I don't want to talk about other people and I don't want to say that other people aren't real marketers. But a lot of people don't know this gem of how to go into the backdoor channels of Facebook and open up the ad campaign um, analytics so you can go in and manipulate and tweak that. Now, here's the thing, family, and this is what I'm going to tell you. Now, this is another jewel I'm going to drop. Facebook tracks everything, and it's not a bot or a spam. But let me tell you something. The saying is true: whatever is on the internet stays on the internet. That is true. But here's the game, and where marketers, digital marketers like myself and others, have finally come in and see these things. All of your greats like Billy Jean, and his genius program that he has. Great, phenomenal program. Trust me, I spent a lot of money in taking that Gene course. Now, digital target marketing is only going to cost you guys $162. I'm not going to dig in your pockets for grants. Let me say that, or the Grant Cardone you, where I'm not going to have you write me a check for 7 grand and all of that stuff. Now, there's a lot to take in that program because he teaches you real estate, physical real estate, and how to go in and buy property and buildings and hotels and all of this kind of stuff. But that's not a part of this digital target marketing program. My program is to turn you into a 6-figure earner as quickly as possible, all through social media campaigns. Now, all of these big companies, they do use the same thing, and we all use the same programs, and we also use other free websites that are on the internet to where we show you how you can develop and create your own special video, your unique video, and how you can have an online virtual assistant for $10. So you don't have to pay somebody $10 an hour. I can call up my digital assistant and say, hey, this is what I need done, and then they're gonna pay. I'm gonna pay them $10, and they're gonna give me all the information. It's only gonna cost them an hour's worth of work, maybe. Because if you have a great hacker or somebody that knows how to get around the system on a computer real well, they can have that information back to you. As some I've seen have back to you in less than 24 hours. I mean, anyway, we all have access to that information. So, and all of that's in the digital target marketing. But as it pertains to running a Facebook ad, okay. So when you know how to get into the backdoor section of that Facebook ad, this is where we capitalize on those numbers. So even though Facebook is only going to tell us that we can reach 1,200, I'm going to show you that we can reach billions, billions all over the world. Now, here we go. I'm going to share this screen with you guys, and I'm going to show you just off of my business page. This is my Premier Leather Crafters page. So, and I'm hoping you can see this, but this is my Premier Leather Crafters page. Now, these are all from ads that I have previously ran and reached. People that we did reach was 123K. We had engagements, post engagements was 5,000 of them, and 1,400 actually clicked onto the link of the website, and it took them to purchase a product. Now, this is what I want to show you guys. This is all that I spend on an ad campaign. Don't let nobody sit back and tell you that you have to spend hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. You can. I have recently read that Katie Couric has her campaign budget is 100K. Woo! I know her reach is like, I mean, come on now. Let's look at it like this, family. And we're going to make sense of this. If Facebook was a country, it would be the largest country in the world. At 4.7 billion subscribers to Facebook, that would be larger than India. It would be larger than the country China. it would be the largest country in the world with that many people. So you have 4.7 billion potential customers for your particular business. And it doesn't matter what business it is, because you have 100 million businesses just on the Facebook platform alone, and that's growing at 15,000 businesses per day. So yes, it sounds like the competition is a lot. But again, let's go right back to Walmart and the content. Because do you think Walmart is worried about Dollar General? Do you think Walmart is worried about Super K? No. Two different businesses might have sort of similar the same content, but Walmart will still come out on top. This is why you're seeing a lot of Kmarts and Super Ks falling down. I mean, come on, let's look at the new kid on the block. You think Walmart is worried about Target? No. You think Publix is worried about Whole Foods? No. No more than McDonald's was worried about Burger King. It's the content, and it's the uniqueness of that particular company. And that's what I'm telling you. It's the uniqueness of you, your style, your flavor, and how you can go out and particularize the customers that you want to pull to your business. Now, there are thousands, if not tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, leather crafters out here on Facebook right now. Now, a lot of these leather crafters are using the old paradigm of business. A lot of these crafters out here will just want to post their pictures up and tell everybody how good they are, and then and they're great. I will personally tell you there are hundreds of crafters work that is better than mine. But where my success lies in is I am doing business under the new paradigm, and I'm putting my product in the face of not just the people on my social media platforms. I'm putting it in the face of people that are on their platform, my competition's platform. I'm sending my content directly to their news feeds, and they don't even know me. I'm no different than a can of paint to these people. But let me tell you how that is possible. Because everybody on social media platform tell their business. That's why it's not spammy. If they have Google search a custom leather belt, or they have research or Google search a custom leather wallet, it is in the internet universe. Let me switch this camera back around for you guys. Okay, here we go. It is in the social media, it is in the intraweb universe. So whatever somebody types is in their computer system. So they told me personally what they are looking for. They told me themselves. So they didn't have to, I don't have to just go out and spam people to death. I don't have to do that. All I have to do is just create my ad and release that ad to them. Now, let's go back into this, family, and I'm going to show you guys how we do this. So, all right, now we're going to go in here and create an ad. Now, I'm not going to create this fully, but I'm going to take you all the way to the door just to show you how the numbers are going to change. So first, let me show you what Facebook will send you. Like this ad right here. This is what Facebook will tell you. You can reach up to 2,900 people daily by boosting your post. That moment you realize, or whatever the rest of this says, but they want me to pay $10 a day for 2,909 people for $10. Now, if I was to do that, and again, check this out. This is my ad campaign budget. Now, 10 times 30 days, that's $300. This is what Facebook is looking for you to spend as a business person, because they're going to come with that old paradigm mentality and say, hey, look, you need to run this ad for at least 30 days for you to see the results of 2,900 people per day. I'm telling you right now, this is false, because I am not running $10 a day, spending $300. This is my budget for the last 2 ads in 60 days. So I've run 2 ads in 60 days at $30 per ad, and this is my reach. So I already have beat this 29. You guys can already see that. This right here, this podcast should be over with right now, because I just showed you in the last 60 days, I've hit 123,000 off of $30. You see what I'm saying? So now let me show you how to go in here. We're going to manipulate this. So we're going to create an ad. Now, depending on what you have to do, because if you're trying to build this page organically mean you need followers for your business page. And like I tell all of the people who take my course, you have to phrase your content around the business that you are trying to put out there. So when I put up ads for my leather page, you can always play it safe by motivating and inspiring people. So I don't want to be putting up World Star videos on my business page, because that content does not coincide with my leather business. So I don't want to put that up there. Or I'm not going to be putting up UFC fight videos on my Facebook business page, because that does not coincide with the content of my page. Or any other thing that I may like, basketball, football. I'm a big time Auburn fan, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, War Eagle to you. But you will not see Auburn content on my Premier Leathercraft page. So how do I get around there to keep my followers engaged? I'm always motivating and inspiring. And I'm constantly making stuff in my craft and posting those pictures. Now, I just recently made a leather motorcycle mask, and I posted those pictures on my business page. So I'm hitting somebody that is following my page ride motorcycles. Somebody's father, brother, uncle, cousin rides bikes. Father's Day is coming up, so that would be a great Father's Day gift. See the content? And I create those descriptions and those posts around what event, holiday, or whatever is coming up. Somebody's birthday is every day to somewhere around the world. It's somebody's anniversary somewhere around the world. So you have to create your content and all of that stuff to build around your content. So what we're going to do, normally what I want to do, I want to keep increasing my follower count. You have to have traffic in order to have a successful business through social media. You have to have traffic. So I don't want to just boost a post. Even though that's great, that's all well and cool, I want to promote the whole entire page. Now, you can even promote this locally. So if you have a brick and mortar business and you're trying to bring foot traffic into your business, then you can push to promote your business locally, and your ad is only going to show to local people in your area. Now, in this day and age, you don't have to just sell products to people in your local area. The United States Post Office, FedEx, and the UPS travels worldwide. Utilize those systems to get your product in countries that you have never put your feet in. Don't sit on your money is what I'm telling you. Now, you can get more website followers if you want to send people to your website. Now, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to drop this jewel too. Big time businesses or social media influencers and social media marketers are getting away from websites. You don't need a website anymore because now you can post your products on Marketplace, on Facebook. Woo. Ha. Y'all better hear me well. You don't need a website in 2020 to have a business now. You can make your product and then post your product on Marketplace, and it's still being sent out to billions of people all over the world. Wow. You can boost on your Instagram. You can, but so let's just go ahead and get started because I want to show you guys this right here. Uh, and then if you want to get more leads, you can also tie that in to your Bitly account, and that will start generating you lead gens. We call them lead gens. Now this opens up a whole nother can of worms, which you guys have to get the program Digital Target Marketing, and I'll go in and break down each one of these. Even if you want to get more website purchases, all you have to do is have a Square account to where you can process credit cards. I have a Square account to process those cards. Or if you have PayPal, you can connect your PayPal to that app. But let's get off into, I want to promote the whole entire page. I want to promote my whole entire page. And this is what will pop up when you hit promote page. So you'll have your profile picture or your cover picture. And it's basically, this is all what it's going to do. The same thing that you're seeing on your profile picture. Now, here we go. Just as you're seeing 1.5 to 4,000 people could be reached. Now, in this social media marketing game, we basically fish people. We're going fishing with a net, not a pole, because you can only catch one fish at a time with a pole or a rod and reel. So this is what Facebook is. Facebook is only giving you the rod and reel version of you catching one fish. Now, don't sleep on those numbers. Don't sleep on those numbers, because out of 1,000 to 4,000 people reached, if you gain 10 new customers, that's a plus based on whatever the price margin of your products are of whatever business you're running. So if I picked up 10 new customers out of that 1,000, that's good. Fishing with a rod and reel. But I'm going to show you how to cast a wide net. You know, like, remember that story in the Bible where Jesus was telling the disciples, they weren't his disciples yet, but he was out there on the boat and they had been out there fishing all day and wasn't catching nothing. But then he said, if you cast thy net on the right side, this is what I'm going to show you today, is how to cast your net on the right side. And then you're going to pull in the multitude to where the boat can't hold it. So let's break this thing down. Now, in the special ad category, ads for credit, employment, for housing and offers, we don't touch that part because we're not into real estate and housing and all of that. So we're not going to worry about that. But who should see your ads? And this is the part that we want to get into, because I'm going to show you how you can manipulate this audience right here. And we're going to edit the audience. This is just what Facebook set up naturally. So we're going to edit this audience. Now, my thing is, and you can set this age range to whatever age you want. I generally don't deal with anybody under the age of 25 based on my profits and the product that I have, because I set my campaigns up to deal with a higher end demographic, and Facebook allows me to do that. I want to check both men and women, so gender doesn't matter to me. And here is the bread and butter right here. This is jewel number one. Now, when you click on this, Facebook is only going to say the United States. But this is what we do in digital target marketing. I teach you to get rid of that. And we're going to type in worldwide, all one word. And this will pop up, worldwide region. Bow. We're going to click that right there. Boom. Now, remember when Facebook said it was just going to show my ad to 1,000 to 4,000 people reach? Ooh, look at that number right there, family, just by typing in worldwide. I'm already set for 1.5 billion people to see my business page. This alone, we can stop right here and just let this ad run. We can let this ad run on that $30 budget and let it reach how many people out of that 1.5 billion? Y'all see this, right? That's 8 zeros. Now, originally, if we go back to the first page, Facebook only said 1.5 to 4.4 thousand. So 1,500 people, so 4,400 people was all they're going to show my ad to. We can stop right here. We ain't got to do no more. But I'm going to keep showing y'all these jewels. I'm going to keep dropping these jewels to you because we're going to cancel that. But we want to scroll back up here because we're not done yet. Now, this is sending this ad worldwide. This is why a lot of people don't like using Facebook ads because they don't know how to get into this back door right here. Now, digital target marketing derived from this little saying right here, detailed targeting, because people on Facebook can't help telling all of their business. People on Facebook tell who is in their family because people start family pages. Well, and then when your family starts sending you friends requests, then people list that this my cousin, this my sister, this my uncle. People can't help telling their business. People tell when they got a new job. People tell when they bought a new car. People tell when they go on vacation. It is a social media marketer's dream. And this is what big corporations are saving hundreds of thousands of dollars on research teams, because that's what they pay these research teams. They pay these people to go into their system and find out what people are liking. Telemarketers. Hi. Do you like using Dove soap? Maybe you would like to try Dial soap. But see, people on social media, they tell that business. Man, I don't like Dial. Dial dry my skin out. Anybody else hit that Dial? Somebody somewhere out of 1.5 billion people is talking about Dial soap versus Dove. Trust me, family, they do it. Now, we're going to break this down to demographics. Here it is. We're into backdoor number 2. And you can break this down to education, financial, life events, parents, relationships, and work. People tell all of this. Now, what it does, Facebook takes that algorithm and they apply that information to the algorithm, and they apply that number to all over the world. So everybody who has just a high school degree, and just say those who list that they are a mechanic with a high school degree, those people have filed an income tax, an IRS form. They have filed income taxes. And all those people report to the IRS, and that number comes back because Facebook is also tied into Homeland Security, and they have access to all of that information. So they put everybody in a box that has a high school degree, that's an auto mechanic, is making this amount of money per year. So if I have a product that's specially designed for auto mechanics, which I do, it's called a buckleless belt. It is basically a belt that's made without a traditional buckle. So as the mechanic is leaning up against the car working on your motor, he's not scratching up your fender or your paint. with a regular belt buckle. Now, a lot of times they'll hang that 3-foot rag over the edge of it, but that buckle tongue is still digging into your clear coat and your paint. So, as a leather crafter, we have come up, and not just myself, because I'm pretty sure there are other leather crafters, but if I wanted to market a product strictly to auto mechanics, I will create or make that buckleless belt, and I would run that on my page, and then I'll just go in and type education level, boom, and then I can break this down, boom. Check this out. I can hit everybody with an associate degree, grad school, they're a college grad. Now, if they're a college grad, I'm automatically thinking in my mind, okay, they probably have an income base. And with associate degree, they're probably hitting about 30 to 40,000. With a college degree, depending on what college they went to. But Facebook is going to go out to every college grad, Ivy League, and Division One. So, and we're going to say they have a base income of 85 to $100,000. Every person with a doctorate degree. Now, we know there's no auto mechanics with a doctorate degree. I mean, come on now, let's just be real about it. But I'm selling high-end products. High school grads, yeah, you do have some high school graduates that are making some major money. You have some high school graduates at 6 figures. I can personally tell you that because a lot of your social media influencers out here are high school graduates. And again, they're making 6 figures. So now people who are in college, they ain't making no money. If you in grad school, you still not making no money. In high school, no money. But I want to skip all the way down here to people with master's degree and people with professional degrees. See, you can critique all of this. Some college, some grad school, and they still probably making a lot of money, or a good bit of money, or enough money to buy my products. And then you can even critique field of study. You can type that in. So if you have a product that's created strictly for doctors, you can type in general physician in this space right here. You can hit those in their financial. Check this out. The income base. Woo, see, this is why we get paid the money that we do, because we tell you the information of how to get into this back door. We can hit household incomes in the top 10% in the zip codes of the U.S. Household incomes in the top 10 to 25%. Household incomes in the top 25 to 50%. And then you can hit household incomes in the top 5% of the wealth. Now, I can personally tell you that the top 5% of the wealth in this country has a Facebook page. Woo! Boy, we're doing some teaching right here, family. So we can check all of those boxes depending on what the product that we want to do. But I want you to hit that happy medium, especially in my field of business, my industry. I want to hit that happy medium of everyone who's making at least $85,000 a year and up. Those are the ones that I'm going to not have to mind wrestle and tongue wrestle with over my pricing. Those are the ones that's going to get my product, and they're not going to be sitting here asking me how much. Because there's an old saying that's in the business world, and actually it's not an old saying. It's just been around forever, but if you've never been in those circles, you wouldn't hear it. If you have to ask how much something is, you can't afford it. Now, on the broke end, on when I in my poor mind used to always say, well, I just want to know how much it is. I can buy anything. I got money. But it's the difference when you go in. Listen here, there's a difference between Ruth Chris and Longhorn Steakhouse. A huge difference. A huge difference. Now, Longhorn Steakhouse, you can go there once a week and eat done. But only if you're making the money to pay for Ruth Chris, because there ain't a lot of people that can go out there and pay $100 on a plate for one person. It's a huge difference. Now, But this is what we're dealing with when you want to go in and take your business to social media platforms. Now, if you have a t-shirt business, you could have stopped at the first page and you could have broke that all the way down to 18, the age of 18, because you have a product that's $17.99 to $19.99, maybe $21.99. But the average person out there flipping burgers at McDonald's or Burger King, they can afford one of your t-shirts. So your market base doesn't need all of this uh, critiquing as far as the educational level and all of that, or the 5% of the top wealth, or the 20 to 10% or the 25%. All of that won't even appeal to you. So now we're going to close that window since we got these boxes checked. And we're going to close the income. Well, normally I would hit all of these boxes because, again, that's my demographics. So we're going to close this window here. Now, life events, anniversaries, away from family, away from hometown, birthdays. People tell all of this on social media. If they didn't, Facebook wouldn't list it. People who are even in a long distance relationship, people who started a new job, people in a relationship, newly engaged. Everybody tells their business. Girl, I just got engaged, girl. He popped the question. They tell all of this on social media. So again, like in my industry or in my business, people who've just been newly engaged, they're planning their wedding now. So I come up with a product for the groomsmen. The groomsmen always get the cheesy gifts, but the bridesmaids get all the good stuff. So I come up with these beer mugs out of these mason jars. So I go in and I buy these mason jars, and then I wrap them in leather, and then I can personally put each groomsman initials in that leather, and now they have a whole set, something to remember the occasion by, because they buddy just got married. Plus, I want them to do the toast out of those mugs, so all of those mugs are lined up on the bridal party's table up there. They can have them at the bachelorette party. Everybody's drinking out of those big old mason jugs, and they are nicely wrapped, and you can get a set of them. See, this is what I would utilize this platform here to who just got recently engaged in the past year, the past 3 months, or the past 6 months. I would check all three of those just to sell those groomsmen jars to, or groomsmen mugs to. And you can break this down into your business as well. But everybody, this is what I'm trying to get to, family. All of this stuff in the channels that we're going through and tweaking these analytics, these people told their business on their own. So now we can go back up here. You can click and you guys can look at this on your own time. We're not going to go through all of this, but I just want to give you a small insight on what you can do with these. So let's go down to this new jobs, blah, 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 blah. We can get off into that. And then what we're going to do, we're going to go back up here, and you can go to interest. Here it is again: business and industry, entertainment, family, relationship, fitness and wellness. If you have a fitness and wellness product that you're selling, you can sell that through your business page. Food and drink, hobbies and activities. You can critique all of this. All you do is click onto these windows and it'll pull up. Look, you have just in the hobbies and activities, you got arts and crafts, current events, home and gardening, pets, politics and social issues. Now, when I have my, I just recently released some I Can't Breathe t-shirts on my Shopify page. You don't think that I clicked on those politics and social issues to run that ad for that shirt? So everybody who said anything political or social issue on their Facebook page, boom, they're going to get that shirt. I don't care what side of the aisle they on. They're going to get that ad campaign though. So again, you're casting a wide net and you're playing the numbers. So if I have shirts and those shirts are part of the drop shipment, I don't touch the shirts. I just create the design. The company, they get the information to set the size and the color and all of that, and then they send them the product, and then that company, now that particular company, sends me a percentage, but it's free money for me. So if they get bombarded with, let's just say, 2,000 shirts from all over the world, which is highly possible. I'm hoping it's going to be more than that. But let's just say that the company is selling those shirts for $7. They're selling them to me for $7. I got them marked up to $19.99, $19.97. I'm making $12.97 per shirt. Per shirt, family. You see how social media marketers making money now? Wow. All right. So let's go back up here. You can hit behaviors. This is another one that I like to use because I want to hit all of the people who use their mobile device users, because the majority of the people that are on their social media platforms, they're activating it through their cell phones. So I want to hit everybody who has an Android phone and an iPhone. Here it is. Facebook access on all mobile devices. Boom. I don't want to do smartphones and tablets because we've already covered that with all mobile devices. We clicked all of that. So now we're going to go right back out of here, and you got a whole list of more categories and all of that stuff. You guys can do that on your own, but here we are, family. Let's scroll down here, and now let's get out of this because we already have our audience, and we're going to. And you can include people who match. Listen, include people who match at least one of these following. All people who match this. You know how many people all over the world has associate degree from some type of, now in the United States, we call them junior colleges or community colleges. They might be named something else in France. They might be named something else in New Delhi. They might be named another version in Dubai. But every country has a university or a college. Wow. Wow. This is why we do what we do. Now, once we get off into these, and then we're just going to hit the back button because we've already targeted our audience all over the world. We've already created our audience that we're looking for. Now we're going to go down here and hold up. We're going to confirm all of that information. Let's go back in there and see what the new numbers reveal. See, the new numbers now reveal 190 million. Now, we did bring that down from 1.5 billion, but we went in and particularized, we digitally targeted a certain group. Now, Facebook is also going to put in insurance, volleyball, swimming, American football, web hosting and marketing. Okay, we don't need all of that. Maybe the marketing part, we might can do that. And we might can do the, let's see what the other one is. But see, that brought our numbers down. So we can get rid of that one just to keep our numbers up there. And we're going to save that audience. So out of 190 million worldwide that has ties to all of the critiques and checks that we put into our ad campaign. But you guys can see now easily how we went from 1,500 to 4,400 to 190 million. Now, This is where also we're going to drop some more jewels because we're going to save that. Now, Facebook wants me to spend $10. Huh. That's what they think we're going to spend $10. But now, look at this. Total budget. This is what, based off of just what we've done, total budget, $25, $5 a day for 5 days. That's $25. Sounds great, right? No, we're not going to do this. What we're going to do is run this ad continuously. And then we're going to edit this to $3. That's what we're going to do. We're going to edit that to $3. And then you just punch in your credit card information or whatever. Now, by checking this box right here, run ad continuously. This is telling Facebook we don't have an end date of when we want to stop. We don't. But for that $30, you already know in your mind you're going to stop this ad after 10 days. There's the manipulation of the analytics. They expecting us to run this forever because continuously means forever until we stop it. They don't know if we're talking about stopping it at the end of the week or stopping it at the end of the 6 months or stopping it at the end of the year. They don't know when. But I know somebody just got all googly-eyed and moist by seeing just by typing in continuously. This is what social media marketers do, and this is what digital target marketing will explain to you. So currently, right now, running it continuously, we look at the difference from 922 to 207,000 people reached per day. That's 43 to 123 likes per day. That's new followers based on how long they think that we are going to run this ad campaign. Now, if I'm trying to get in the next 10 days, let's just take the small numbers. Over the next 10 days, we're going to reach 9,220 people, and 430 of them are going to be new followers to our page in 10 days. Could be more than that. Could be more than that. Because this is just after the first 3 days, we're going to watch these numbers. Now, I tell my students to watch that ad campaign in 24-hour increments. So the first 24 hours, now we want to release this ad at 6 a.m. in the morning. Anytime between 4:30 and 6:30 in the morning, we want to release this ad. And you can tell Facebook when you want this ad to run. So from, let's just say 6, we want to release it at 6. So from 6 in the morning to 6 tomorrow morning, or 6 Saturday morning to 6 Sunday morning, we want to watch the numbers and see what comes back. Because by us critiquing such a large base, we don't know which one of those targets is going that the numbers are hitting. Because we threw a whole bunch of worms or bait out there in the water, and we don't know what fish is going to jump on what bait. You see what I'm saying? So now you could catch some catfish, yuck. You could catch some carp or some garfish, yuck. You might have a few tunas in there, a few bass, a few whiteys in there, some few perch in the net. But we don't know which one of the baits did what. So that's why we're going to watch at a 24-hour cycle. So after that first 24 hours, then we're going to go back and start scaling off, because the numbers are going to come back and tell us what age group is being hit, what country is being hit, what sex is getting the most likes, where we getting the most likes from that. Now, in my business, I already know that my base is from the age of 25 to 55. So I don't show ads to anybody less than 25 or over the age of 55. My ads will not go to those people page that fit my other financial demographics or my other social demographics and behaviors. So anybody under those age groups, 25 and over 55, they won't see it. My target group is between 25 to 55, and it's more women between the age of 35 and 55 that really chime into my ad. So I create products that women will buy, not only for themselves, but they will buy them for their significant other or a brother in their family or uncle or dad or son. This is how we know in what area, whatever business we're in, what to make more of. The people that's following the pages will tell us because they will hit, once they start visiting the page, they're going to start liking certain products on the page. They will, family. Okay, let's wrap this up because I don't want to keep you guys on here any longer than what we're going to have to. We're going to do this again. But now you can see where the numbers are, how we do this. And the next step after this is we're going to go ahead and hit promote. So all of these numbers and all of these changes that we put in here, we're going to run this. Now, there have been some cases to where I will run a duplicate ad, the same thing, but I will edit the audience. Now, you don't have to put all of your eggs in one basket on one particular ad. You can split those those audience um, uh, characteristics differently. So you can run 5 on one, 5 on the other. And you're going to set up everything the same way, those same $3. And you're still going to run the ad continuously. But one of those ad campaigns are going to take off or bring in more numbers than the other one. So that's something that you do after that first 24-hour cycle is you want to see which one is popping. So if one of the other one, if one is doing more numbers than the other one, that automatically tells you to stop running that other ad that's not producing people. And then you need to go back in and critique the audience on the one that is doing something. So now you can start seeing the difference. You start using it in all of those analytics and change. So what age group, what sex, what gender, what parts of the world, you can start dropping those off after the first 24-hour cycle. Then you'll sit back with the new information and let that run another 24 hours. And then you will keep making those adjustments over the 72-hour period. After that third day, then you just let the ad run and do what it do. Then you can even break that down even further to just the United States or just North America or just English speaking countries. United States, Canada, South America, well, not South America, because that's mostly Spanish speaking countries, but you can check United States, Canada, England, the UK, Australia. You can hit all of the English speaking countries or speak some variation form of English and then see what those numbers bring back. By this time, at the end of those 10 days in your $30 budget, now I don't know what's in your pocket, but I recommend $30. But again, if you can generate and bring back and let's just take those numbers and because I showed you my numbers, there was 123,000 in 60 days. So let's just cut that in half and let's say 60,000 new followers. 60,000 new people reached. If you had a traditional business, you will not get 60,000 customers in 10 days. I don't care what business you're in, unless you got enough money to invest in Coca-Cola or enough money to invest in Walmart. But that's not your store because Walmart doesn't franchise. 60,000. Even if you bought into a franchise business like McDonald's. Well, let's just take a cheap one. Let's just say a steak and shake. You can open up a Steak and Shake franchise for 10 grand. Plus, you got to buy the building and get all their product, and then you got to have all the insurance and get all the equipment in there. So you're going to spend way more than 10 grand. And you're not going to be open in 10 days. And then, even after that, you're not going to have 60,000 customers in the next 10 days. Ooh, look at them numbers, family. Look at those numbers. 60,000 people in 10 days. Now, I know I said we ran that over the last 60 days, but that was a $30 budget over because Facebook tracks in 30-day time frames. But I only run an ad for 10 days. Because guess what? And here it is. Now, just because I stopped the ad after 10 days, that ad still is on people's news feed that they haven't clicked on to yet. So now we will get the residue of all the people who hadn't clicked on to the ad yet. So those people, because people open up their Facebook and Instagram at different times. And then some people don't scroll all the way down to the bottom because they only have a short amount of time to scroll through their social media platform. So it has to allow their social media news feed to shuffle. So every time they open up their social media news feed, then I get shuffled around in there until eventually, sometime in that 30 days, they're going to get my ad and they'll click on it and open it up. Boom. And all I ask them to do is just like and follow. Like, follow, share. Like, follow, and share. But that's how we do it, family. Let me get out of this and get back to the regular page. We're going to close that so you guys can get back to see me one more time. Here we go. And that's how we do it, family. You have to know how to go into the back door of Facebook to increase that number. No, 1,500 people is not worth $25. That's not. But just like I showed you how you can reach, because we could have stopped right there at the 1.5 billion and just let it run. But we would have attracted a whole bunch of people to, again, I only deal with high-end customers. That 1.5 billion was a lot of people who was probably only making about $5,000 a month. Or no, not even a month. Some countries are making $5,000 a year. Now, that would have been a problem for me because they couldn't have afforded my products anyway. Now, if I had strictly running t-shirts, yeah, I probably would have left it at the 1.5 billion. And I probably would have made a killing. A killing. But when you click onto that political and social issues, that's going to shrink that number too. It's also going to shrink that number. Because a lot of people that are on Facebook, they're not using their platform. They're not using their platform for political and social issues. They really don't care. And I normally stay away from that. That's another section in the book called RRP, Race, Religion, and Politics. I teach all the students, stay away from those three items. Stay away from those three. It can't help your business. It can only hurt your business. But, and I know somebody's in there thinking, well, you want to come out with these I Can't Breathe t-shirts. You know why? Because the same people that the issue is surrounding or talking about, those people are putting t-shirts out there just as well. I hate to say it, but that's just how America works. I mean, they do that in all of the wars. They drop bombs in some of these countries, then turn around and drop food in the same country. That's an oxymoron to me. And then they're saying, we are not your enemy, we are the friend. So you can rest assured there's some police force out there that's capitalizing and making money on those shirts to put money in their police fund. hey, I would rather put some of that money into my pocket knowing that, hey, regardless of what my political or social issues are or my stance on the social issue, at the end of the day, I'm a businessman. Now, maybe I shouldn't have said that, but I'm just being real. That's one thing about Robert Muhammad. I'm going to always give you the real and always be 100 with you. So, but anyway, family, we're going to wrap up this section plugged in with me, Robert D. Muhammad, your plug source to where I teach you. This platform was created and built to teach you how you can make passive income, if not replaceable income, through social media marketing and building and expanding your business on social media platforms. You guys stay tuned as we come in next week. Our guest will be Michael Mersner. I've been talking with his people. Michael Mersner is now in the Clearwater, St. Pete, Tampa area, who has built a great business model and great business, and he's pushing that business through social media campaigns. He's a credit repair specialist, and the one ad that I ran for his company, Alpha Credit Recovery, and we only targeted 4 states. 4 states. In 4 states, this is just how powerful this program is. In 4 states, 4.7 million people have personally researched in their computers about credit repair. When I shot those numbers out the mic, the business took off. And I'm not saying it was any credit to me because I don't know anything about how to go in and repair people's credit. He knows all of that. But my job was just to get his business in front of as many clients as he could. Now, out of 4.7 billion people that was potentially reached, 4.7 billion that got that ad. I think if I'm remembering correctly, because it's been some time ago, 150,000 physically clicked. And out of those 15,000, 7,000, somewhere around those numbers. And Michael be able to come on here and tell you what the difference is. But he did pull some people that had actually had the consultation to where they wanted to know more about Alpha Credit Recovery. Now, when he comes on, he'll explain all of that stuff and how he's pushing it out there. But he has built a large business or a profitable business out there to where this brother now, he's doing great things. But hey, anyway, family, I thank you guys for tuning in with me on this episode of Plugged In. This is a podcast where I want you guys to come back every week where we'll be dropping jewels. If it's not the guest that's coming on telling you guys their success stories, you will have me, the plug, come giving you information like what we covered tonight. So, hey, family, keep grinding, keep studying, and just play around with those in your social media or on your Facebook account. Play around with those. You will see the numbers that will come back for the content of building your page up. Hey, without content, you won't have followers, and without followers, you won't definitely make any money. I am Robert D. Muhammad right here on Plugged In. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we out.